Near-total internet blackout hits Gaza as Israel ramps up strikes.
Here's a summary of the article.
A near-total blackout of internet and cell phone service has taken hold across much of the Gaza Strip, according to witnesses there and companies that monitor global connectivity. The largest telecommunications provider in Gaza that was still largely operational, Paltel, said Friday that it had suffered a complete disruption of all services after heavy Israeli bombing earlier in the day destroyed its last remaining infrastructure connecting it to the global Internet. Isaac Mater, the director of research at NetBlocks, a UK company that tracks global Internet connectivity, said the bombing created the biggest Internet blackout since the conflict began. Today's incident is the largest single disruption to Internet connectivity in Gaza since the beginning of the conflict and will be perceived by many as a total or near-total Internet blackout, Mater said. We have completely lost contact with the operations room in Gaza Strip and all our teams operating there due to the Israeli authorities cutting off all landline, cellular and Internet communications, the group said. Doug Midori, the director of Internet analysis at Kentic, an Internet monitoring company, said that the current blackout is significantly worse than the last major outage in Gaza, when limited electricity forced many Internet service providers to limit access and rely on generators. Bilal Khalid, a photographer based in Gaza, told NBC News in a WhatsApp chat that there was a total Internet and cell service blackout.
This post received a score of 11,000, with an upvote ratio of 93%. Here are the top comments in response to this article.
A communications disruption can mean only one thing.
Invasion.
But Senator Palpatine had assurances from the Chancellor that his ambassadors did arrive.
But I was going to Tosha Station to pick up power converters.
You can waste time with your friends when your chores are done.
When you get back we'll have barbecue.
Too soon.
It was a long time ago though.
In a galaxy far, far away.
This is it. Ground operations are imminent. And on Shabbat.
Artillery fire has begun, as well. This is how Israel has set up the previous ground offensives into Gaza. This one will be different, but we don't know how yet.
I doubt the outcome will be any different from 2009 and 2014. Every time they go into Gaza, more innocents end up dead, further galvanizing Hamas support.
No, this time they will kill John Hamas and it will all be over edit. The truth of this conflict is that far-right politicians and warmongers in Israel have been shaping a media narrative for decades to allow them to take more and more power from the Israeli people under the guise of self-defense. Only 10 months ago, Netanyahu tried to unravel the powers of the Supreme Court. Hamas must end, but bombs only feed their recruitment. The IDF knows this just as well as anyone, and yet they continue to follow a course of action that strengthens Hamas, and in turn, strengthens the IDF's scope of power.
What about his son, Hamas Jr.? Can't he just pick up his father's terror stick and continue to attack Israel?
Ironically, the son of one of Hamas's most important founders was a double agent and provided lots of intel to the Israelis.
He lives in the US now too. And it seems like he recently became a US citizen. He was about to be deported back in 2010 for his old links with Hamas when a Shin Bet agent he worked with blew his own cover in order to vouch for him in US immigration court.
Greater than, we are being bombed in an unprecedented manner. The sky around us just lights up, with explosions, and no one knows what's going on. You can't reach anyone, even if they're only 500 meters away. Ambulances and medics are begging reporters to let them know which streets are getting bombarded to go rescue the victims, but the reporters themselves don't know where anything is happening, because of the connection loss. We are trying to report the news but we have no idea what's happening. Source.
Sounds like a war has broken out.
A war? This is a slaughter.
The second slaughter. Well, that is as sure a sign as any that the invasion is likely coming sooner rather than later, but I hope I am wrong.
This video was automatically created by Reddit to speech. The article and comments in this video were selected from Reddit according to their upvotes, and any paraphrasing was performed by smmry.com, without any human intervention.